Sorry, do I need camera? I don't need camera. Yes. It's not necessary. Even if you can't see the slides, you have the PDFs. So Data Science Nigeria is a registered non-profit organization with a vision to build world-class artificial intelligence knowledge, research, and innovation. Basically, Data Science Nigeria is non-profit, is an organization. It's more of a community than an organization. A community in the sense that everyone works together. We are together, a community. So these are the different things from Data Science Nigeria. The YouTube channel with YouTube views of 100 per day. Then face-to-face free classes like what we are doing now. Then YouTube views, artificial intelligence starters for ebooks, then artificial intelligence video, then online participants in data science courses from registration. These these data science courses, apart from the live class we're having now, there are some other courses too that floats around that are online from different AI communities because data science in Nigeria is all over Nigeria and there are different communities around. Like here we have in Lagos, there is in Ibadan, in Lori and Co. Then these are pictures from Indaba. Indaba is a deep learning conference done every year. So this one, Data Science Nigeria, was participated. This is our founder here. I don't know if the slide is great. Dr. Olubayo Akinkombi. So a member from Data Science Nigeria won the best poster conference, best poster presentation at ACM conference and economics. It could be you too. It could be you too winning awards and getting best this thing with the help of the community. Is it visible? So another achievement from Data Science Nigeria. Data Science Nigeria emerges as the only African finalist in the X Prize $500,000 Pandemic Response Challenge, sponsored by Cognizant. These grants and this conference attendees winning best posters. It could be you too. That is the one of the basics we are doing this training. So you could get the basic foundation knowledge in artificial intelligence and machine learning to achieve things, anything you like, basically anything you like, whether career wise or you want to go to into education, anything at all. Then the key milestones of online and content delivery. I think we've done this before. We also run the biggest free AI learning platform on the continent across campuses, cities, like what we are doing now. This is part of the AI learning platform we are doing. So there are different segments: beginners, kids and teens, intermediate, university students, and professionals. Basically, for every segment, there is something for you in Data Science Nigeria. Even teenagers, you can see kids and teens. There is an AI community for teenagers too, secondary school students. Any segments you are in, Data Science Nigeria have covered. Then the AI bootcamp. The AI bootcamp is as it is called, a bootcamp where like minds in data science will converge together in a place to hack data science. Participants are motivated to sustain their learning and make it to the AI bootcamp. At the 2019 AI bootcamp, we had 30 plus international and local experts. Sadly, because of COVID-19, the one for 2020 it was done virtually. It was not physical, thanks to COVID-19. So we'll be expecting you in 2021 bootcamp, hopefully. Scaling up professionals. These are the companies Data Science Nigeria has been able to train. Then there are other courses too that runs at Data Science Nigeria or at Yaba. Yes. at Yaba. So this is one of it, business analytics and introduction to data science for professionals. And these are just trainings. Then, as I told you before, AI Plus for kids and teens community. Whichever segment you are, if you have younger ones that want to start AI at the young age, they are free to join. Always welcome. Then this is AI Plus Club for schools. This is for secondary schools. This is a picture for training teens. Yes, no. Primary school is covered too for teens. Then there is also a book, AI book for kids in Africa. You can get it. These are just achievement of data science Nigeria, machine learning. This is how the book looks like for the book for kids. I think that's that. So I would call on our host, Mr. Damila. So we'll get introduction from our host before we dive in.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you. Just to let everyone know, 8 Hub is an enterprise support organization, meaning we primarily support people who want to start businesses, who want to take their skills and want to use to start ventures. And so we help them from idea phase towards incubation, and that's where we stop. We're not an accelerator yet. We also have a learning platform as well, where different other technology courses apart from data science is taught. Things like web development, like cloud, cyber security, cloud technology, and the likes is taught. And we also have courses around business support subjects. So business of those subjects around things like digital marketing, customer service, sales. Okay, so those kind of trainings happen both on the platform and in the center here on both floors that we have here. And so it's a big honor to have you all come for this 1 week to partake in this learning session. And we are hopeful that you pick something very strong, and it will be a very wonderful beginning of your career around AI and around data science. Um, Thank you, Ms. Makukman. More details as we proceed with the program in the course of the week, and then towards the end of the program, we'll have more information for you to share with you. Congratulations and happy learning.
Great, thank you. So as I said earlier, we are basically going to be discussing. So we'll use. Please join. If you have use this link to join. What this is for is we are going to be running polls and quizzes. As I've told you, it is interaction. I need to know whether what our message I'm passing is getting to. So please join this Slido. We are going to run our first poll now. You don't need to write now. You can use your phone. It does not necessarily need to be your computer. You can use your phone. What this is for is just to run quizzes and get your opinions and polls. Your people can't see it yet. Sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen now. Ah, I'm sharing the whole screen. That's what I did before. I'm surprised. How is it? Okay. So are we there, please? So I'm running my first poll now. So if you join, you should be able to see a poll. Please answer the question. Please. 10:30. Basically, what I need is a phrase. Am I getting answers? I have just one answer. How come? Basically, what I need is a phrase. Maybe you want to become a data guru, you want to secure a job in the field, or you want to go into academia in the field, anything at all. We need to know.
But it doesn't want to
Increase
see where data
knowledge,
science takes you to.
improve my knowledge. We're more than 20 here now. Don't worry. Whatever you type, I don't know they are the one typing it. It's anonymous. If that's what they are scared of. Grade 7. If I can get 15, I think we can move ahead. 9. I expect more. I like the answers. Deep learning, great networking for career advancement to be a data scientist, improve my knowledge, use it for good networking. Great, great, great. Thank you. We are in sync. So please, apart from the polls, you can drop questions on Slido if you are scared to talk. If you have any questions and you don't want to say it in class, you can type it on Slido. It's anonymous. Anonymous. As I'm talking, please, you can cut me at any time if you do not understand anything. As I've said earlier, we are interacting. You have something in your mind.
There's no problem with asking questions in class. We are all here to learn. So we are asking, we get to understand better, you get to express yourself better than typing.
So, day one, this is basically what we are going to cover. Introduction, what is artificial intelligence? What is machine learning? What is data science? Applications of artificial intelligence, then machine learning use cases and applications. So introduction, artificial intelligence is undoubtedly the hottest buzzword today for all the good reasons. Over the past decade, AI truly became a factor of production with the potential to introduce new sources of growth and change the way work is done across industries. By as you know, artificial intelligence that every is the buzzword now. I believe that's why you're here. Because you've been hearing artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning. You're here to know what are they talking about self? What is this artificial intelligence? So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a machine displayed intelligence that simulates human behavior or thinking and can be trained to solve specific problems. AI is a combination of machine learning techniques and deep learning. So basically, what this is saying is that we are trying to mimic human intelligence in a computer. Let me give you an example. A baby, if you have a young baby, when a young baby touches a hot surface and he or she feels the pain, definitely she won't touch it again. Am I right? Am I right? Please, we need to talk. So that is human learning because it is your brain that tells the baby that this thing I'm touching here, it is bad, it causes danger. It is human intelligence. Same way, a baby too. When you have a baby in a house, originally the baby wouldn't know the terrain of the house. But with time, as the baby moves around, the baby will definitely learn the terrain. He or she will be able to move without guidance or anything. That too is human intelligence. What we are trying to achieve in artificial intelligence is to mimic that human intelligence, but now with a computer per se. So AI models that are trained using vast volumes of data can make intelligent decisions. We will consider how AI is used in different domains. Sorry, please. So now we'll go to machine learning. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that involves the study and use of algorithms and statistical model for computer systems to perform specific tasks without human interaction. As I've said earlier, without human interaction, this is the key word. Without human interaction, we are mimicking human intelligence without human interaction. Basically, we want the computer to learn from experience. Our experience here is data. You know, the example I gave you of a baby touching a hot surface. The hot surface in this example is the data, where the baby learns that touching this hot surface would cause danger. So the hot surface now is the data. In machine learning too, we are trying to mimic the same thing now, learning from experience, where our experience here now is data. So ML is an interdisciplinary field. It covers statistics, biology, visualization, economics, engineering, signal signal processing, databases. So basically, no matter your field, no matter your background, you are welcome in AI. AI is open for everyone from any background at all. Think of any background at all. There is an application for artificial intelligence and machine learning. So we are going to look at some applications of machine learning and artificial intelligence. The first one here, the first example here is spam detection. You notice that when you get a mail, some mails automatically they go into your spam folder. What makes Google decide that this mail is spam? It is from learning emails, whether from mails or from content of mails from time that people have reported as spam. So it is from learning from those experience, from the data sets that they've been able to compile. That's how they'll be able to class a mail as whether it is what spam or not. Another thing is credit card frauds. Identifying unusual activities on a credit card is often a machine learning problem involving anomaly detection. Anomaly detection is basically what we are trying to achieve here is for a particular. Let's use this class as an example now. You know, we are all here to learn data science. If there is someone here for another say something else, maybe to learn music as an example, definitely that's an anomaly because it is what's different from what every other person has been doing. So using anomaly detection, we can get how to do credit card frauds. Another thing is product recommendation. Whether Netflix was suggesting you watch House of Cards or Amazon was insisting you finally buy those Bose headphones, it's not magic but machine learning at work. How this one works is cookies, your website. Your website has something that called cookies that tracks your activities, that tracks what you click and the like. With ML, using those clicks, we can place targeted ads to a particular customer using your browsing history. It is machine learning. Medical diagnosis, using a database of symptoms and treatments for patients. A popular machine learning problem is to predict if a patient has a particular illness. Wow. Yeah, so there's a um there's a project I worked on recently is classifying skin cancer, which was it was we used machine learning too. The data set used was basically pictures of X-ray images of patients that have skin cancer and patients that do not have skin cancer. Using that data set with the power of machine learning, we can diagnose skin cancer. There are other applications to the medical fields. That's what I'm saying. If we have doctors, nurses here, you're welcome. Machine learning is everybody, is interdisciplinary. So face detection, when Facebook automatically recognizes faces of your friends in a photo, we are familiar with this. Customer segmentation is similar to product recommendation too. So next is the process of data analytics. We are going to walk through this flow chart together. The first thing is requirements understanding. What this talks about is when you are faced with a problem, a data analytics, business analytics, machine learning problem. The first step is to clearly define your problem. Like the example I gave you earlier on skin cancer. My problem was that what I wanted to classify whether a patient has skin cancer or not. That is my problem. So before you approach any problem, the first thing you have to make sure your problem is well defined. You need to have a well defined problem. The next step is data understanding. Now that I know the problem I want to solve, which is what I want to identify skin cancer. Now I need to know the data I want, data understanding the field. First, I want to know which data do I need. Are you following what I'm saying now? For this case now, I've told you what I needed was X-ray images. Let's use another example. So that example can I do? Say rent prediction, house pricing prediction. Great. Say I want to my problem is I want to predict house prices. Definitely, the data I will need must consist of house pricing. It must consist of different areas of the houses.
How many rooms?
Houses, say two bedroom flats and things like that. So that is data understanding. Then the next thing is data preparation, which is the most time consuming part. Because basically artificial intelligence, machine learning, anything you want to do, it is as good as your data. If your data is bad, forget it. There is no you don't need to disturb yourself. Bad input, bad output. So this is where data preparation comes in. You have to make sure you get good data. Should I say good? It has to be more than good.
It has to be clean.
You need to clean it. Yeah, yes. You clean it, so you get the data and you clean it. But the data set has to be a quality data set. For example, now
The variable has to correlate, like the house pricing he was talking about now. If you want to predict house prices and what you have is maybe price they are selling land or something, you don't have the number of units, you don't have location of the house, that might not really give you an accurate house price prediction because those affect your data. Those affect your model. If your data is not quality, you don't have a quality data set.
do you have any questions up to this point?
You're not
Questions,
sure.
questions,
You don't feel like
questions,
it's
questions.
too much for you to take in.
Questions.
Are we good to go?
If there are no questions, how about suggestions or contributions? Okay, great. So now we've defined our problem. We understand the data we need to solve the problem. We've gotten our data and we've cleaned it. We've done data preparation. We've cleaned our data. We've gotten it. Now the next thing is data exploration, where we explore our data. Here it is the most exciting part. Yes, when you get into it, you realize it's the most exciting because there are some insights you will get from the data when you
Explore.
when you explore the data set. There are some things that you get that even after battling it, you will feel happy. You will feel relieved because let me don't lie to you, it is not easy per se. There are some challenges you would face, but don't worry, I'm not scaring you. I'm just telling you. So when you get those insights from your exploration, because originally there are some when I said problem statement, there are some answers you can get from your problem by just data exploration. You wouldn't even need to run machine learning models on it or anything. By exploring the data, you will get some answers. For example, the house pricing. When you explore your data, you can get the number of houses that have say 2 bedroom, the houses that are flats, the houses that are duplex, and so on. So now here we are going to branch in our flow chart. The first part is decision making, and the other one is modeling. Let's start with decision making. So insight development. Now we want to get more insights to the problem. We've we know our problem statement. We know the type of data we want. We've gotten our data, we've cleaned it, we've done data exploration. Now we will get more insights into our problem. All these two can be gotten with what? The data. Our data set is enough to get the insight we have and to make decisions. It is not all data problems that is machine learning. It is not all data problems that is machine learning. There are some problems that exploring it and getting insight into it is enough for you to make decisions. When you go to business analytics, you get better idea of things like that. It is not every problem. It is not no not that every data you see. When you see a data, the first thing you should be thinking should not be machine learning. Please, machine learning is not magic. As I've told you before, it is if you pass in garbage, you get it. What you get is garbage. So you have to think properly what your problem. It is not. I'm trying to think of a problem that won't need ML.
There was this problem that I worked on. It was the data set was based on restaurants in the I think UK or US, and I didn't use any machine learning model. All I needed to do was help the person that gave me the contract to understand trends on restaurant. Like now in that data set, we had columns like units, sales price, whether they ran discount, or so you can just say, okay, from that data set, I remember that restaurants with more units, they made more sales. That means they were like everywhere. People that sold coffee, they made more sales because in the morning when you're going, you like take coffee. People that their stores were by the we call it bus stop in Nigeria. What do we call it there? Train station. Yes, by the train station, they make more sales. That's because they know that this is like common sense. You have a store by the train station, you have enough branches, you sell coffee, so you like make more sales than other people that just have one shop inside one estate. And those people that just have like few units, the main reason they make sales is that maybe they specialize in dishes that other restaurants don't have, like all these like special restaurants used to have here. Like that's what they do. So that problem, I didn't need machine learning model. All I needed to do was understand what my data was about. Then I visualized the data and I would aim to derive insight from there. And I got the solution to that.
Questions? No one is talking. No. I'm scared. I'm scared. I've just been talking.
Exactly. I feel like at this stage, you should feel a bit choked. I feel like this is like
And
so much for you
it
to
will
take
pass
in.
more than a page of this PDF. I need questions.
Let's check your smile. What's your that?
Now we're just saying, please.
Check that.
Oh, is there any question on Slido? Okay, let me check. Oh. Please think of questions. Oh. Because it's when you ask questions I would know. Okay, as a beginner, oh great. As a beginner, is a 5 day program enough for me? Yes, it is enough for you.
To start.
To start, it is enough.
The thing about tech, data science, machine learning is like a lifelong learning process. You keep on learning, new things will come into trend. You can't say after this 5 days program you would like be an expert. No, but after this 5 days program, you have like the direction on what to do. You can like take 3 months to solidify your knowledge of all you've learned 5 days. Then after that you can progress, go ahead and start working on stuff like that. But 5 days program is enough for you to at least get direction, like direct you.
Okay, He said machine learning for any discipline, but in Nigeria, most organizations concentrate on the first degree. I cannot answer this one. I am not an organization. But actually, the first degree is always useful. The first degree is always useful. But I cannot answer that. I'm not an organization. So, questions?
My question described earlier, I'm wondering if when we're for just patterns and trends and we don't need machine learning, we can focus on just the direct insights we find on our Excel if that if it's just trends and patterns we're looking at.
Yes, in a way, and no, in a way. There are some patterns you will be able to get with just insights, but there are some you will need machine learning. You will need clustering. You will get into that. Have I answered the question?
Somewhat.
Ah, so which part did I not answer?
Like we proceed on before
Okay, good. So we can continue. So we've settled the decision making problem. Now we'll go to the modeling problem. Now the modeling problem is where machine learning comes in. We've defined our problem statement.
There's a question from you. So is it
I'll take it later. It's on slide there, yes.
No, not on slide.
Where?
Chat. So I'm asking on behalf.
How many you like? I will check it.
You may not find that I can read
Okay,
it.
okay,
I
okay,
can
okay.
read it for you.
Okay, great.
And what level of statistics is required for machine learning engineers? What level of statistics
Is required for machine learning engineers. Machine learning engineers is a different. Machine learning engineers, what they basically do is deploy models, make models better. Yes, make models better. So I don't. I'll come back to that question. Because see, another thing about machine learning is that there are different fields. For some of you that might want to maybe your aim is to get a job with your knowledge of machine learning. There are different fields in the data space. In the artificial intelligence space, there is robotics. That's under artificial intelligence. There is a machine learning engineer. There is data engineer. There is what's it called again? Data scientist. So just get the background knowledge. When you go into it more, you decide. The question that person is asking for a machine learning engineer. A machine learning engineer is mostly involved in the deployment of models. Deployment and making models better. Optimization. That's what I'm trying to do. Optimizing and deploying models. So statistics in that, I do not know the answer to that. So now we have our problem statements. We know the data we want. We've prepared our data. We've explored our data. Now for the modeling problem, the next part is modeling and evaluation. What this is doing is that what we're trying to achieve here is that we build an ML model, then we evaluate the model. As I've told you, ML is not magic. It does not necessarily mean that any ML model I just pass on the data, I'll get good results. Whether accuracy or precision, not necessarily. So after training the model, we need to also evaluate whether this model is working well on this data. So when we are satisfied with whether the accuracy or any evaluation method you want to use, we'll go into that. Don't disturb yourself. Then you can go into deployment. Deployment here now is what? Making your model available to end users. Making your model available to end users. For example, you should be able to if you're familiar with Gboard, Swift, these things that we type. You notice that when you type, it gives you suggestions. Some of those things are ML models, but they've been deployed. You will not see the model. You will not know whether when the model is running or not. But what you know that the model has been deployed, you are using it. Like Facebook, face detection that we discussed. When tagging of face and things like that, when you put a picture on Facebook, you see that Facebook will be able to crop your face. It is machine learning, but it has been deployed already. So that's what deployment is about. It is what getting your model to the end user It could be through web, it could be through an application, it could be through what again? Um, Internet of Things, Raspberry Pi and likes. Questions. The way your face is, I don't like it. I'm talking too much. Abi. No. I should just continue. Okay, great. So now we'll check. So some of you might be expecting coding. Chill, chill. Before you build the house, then you have to do foundation. So just chill. I know some of you are your fingers are clicky already. You want to code. Chill. If you don't know what you are coding, you cannot code. If you don't have a problem you want to solve, what do you want to code? You just as you wake up one day and say I want to start coding. No, now you have to have a problem. You need to understand your problem first. You need to know how you tackle the problem before you know what you will code. So that's what we are into. So types of machine learning algorithms. So we've mentioned different applications of machine learning algorithms. Segmentation, for example, the segmentation customer segmentation problem clusters the customers into two segments. This is an answer to the question the lady behind asked, that for some problem that I want to cluster, is it necessary to apply machine learning? Yes, for some, yes, for some, no. So this clustering here is machine learning, but it's not necessarily mean that every clusters will need. There are some clusters that by visualization you'll be able to see the clustering yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for example, this customer segmentation problem clusters the customers into two segments. Customers who will pay and or the others who won't. Another example like face recognition problems aim to classify a face. So we can say that there are broadly two types of machine learning algorithms, under which a number of algorithms are present respectively. So the two major types. The first one is supervised learning. Supervised learning consists of classification and regression algorithms. The target variable is known, and so it is called supervised learning. What differentiates supervised and unsupervised is we know in supervised learning we know our target variable, but in unsupervised we do not know the target variable. For example, when you rate a movie after you view it on Netflix, the suggestion which follows is predicting using a database of your ratings known as the training data. So yeah, this example is telling us that when you rate a movie, you know, if you rate a movie now, say 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is our target. We have a target, which is what movie ratings. Like this example now, we can create a problem from it. We want to see movie ratings. It is supervised because our target variable here is what the ratings of the movies, say 1 to 5. Then the other problem, when the problem is based on continuous variables, maybe predicting the stock prices, then it falls under regression. Basically, what this is saying is that under supervised learning, we have classification and we have regression. Thank you. Under classification, in supervised learning, we have a target variable. For unsupervised, we do not have a target. In supervised now, and our target, if our target is not continuous, if our target is categorical, then it is a classification problem. For example, spam detection. We want to know whether an email is what spam or not.
So whether it is yes or no.
Plant animal detection. We want to know for using images whether this animal is a cat or dog, or maybe a mouse. So our target is what categorical: cat, dog, mouse, spam or no spam, yes or no. That is classification. For regression, our target variable is continuous. When we say continuous, things that change, numbers. For example, stock prices. The price of stock now in the next minute it will change. Abi, house pricing, the same thing. It is what continuous. It changes. It is not. We do not have categories for it. For classification where we have categories. Questions? Questions? None. Great. So we'll continue. Now, unsupervised learning. It consists of clustering algorithms. The target variable is unknown, and so it is called unsupervised. In the case of unsupervised learning, there is no label data set which can be used for making further predictions. The learning algorithm tries to find patterns or associations in the given data sets, identifying clusters in the data, as in the customer segmentation problem, and reducing dimensions of the data falls in the unsupervised learning category. For unsupervised learning, we do not have target variable. Compared to supervised where we have target, in unsupervised we do not have. What we are trying to do is basically we are trying to cluster data. For example, customer segmentation. Say for example, you have a customer base and you want to know um, which customers will pay and which one won't. So you want to try to cluster them together. So it is unsupervised because we do not have targets. We do not have a target variable. We are just trying to what? Cluster customers in two different clusters. So questions. Any questions? Let me check slide. No question. Are we good? Are we good? Please, I need feedback, please. Okay. So now we've covered types of machine learning. We've defined machine learning. We've defined artificial intelligence, and we've made known to us that machine learning is a subfield of artificial intelligence. Now we'll go to type of data analytics because, as I've told you earlier, machine learning is not magic. It is the data you give into it that would make sure you get a good accuracy for your model. So now, before you can feed in the data into an ML model, you have to analyze the data. This is where data analytics come from. So under data analytics, there are three different subsets. The first one is descriptive analytics. And the question we are trying to answer here is what has happened or is happening. For example, how has the population been changing? That is descriptive analytics. Let me pick another example. Okay, say you have rodents probably in a farmland, and you want to what? You want to track how the population of your rodents are going. You know, rodents they go exponentially. They go very fast. So that's descriptive. We are what the question we are trying to answer here is what has happened or is happening. You know there are rodents in the farmland already, and you know what the rodents are what they are multiplying. So that's what we are trying to answer here with descriptive analytics. In predictive, we are predicting. We want to answer what could happen in the future. How will the population change over the 10 years? Using the same rodent example, you want to predict that say after a week, maybe the rodents are 4 or 5. After a week, how many rodents will they be? That is what predictive analytics. What could happen in the future? How will the population change over the next 10 years? Then the third one is what prescriptive analytics. What should we do to make that happen or not happen? But in the rodent case now, you wouldn't want the rodents to multiply, definitely, because your farmland will basically turn to dust with too much rodents. So now we are here now with prescriptive. We are trying to check what should we do. Do we want more rodents? Answer me now, please. I need feedback. I need feedback. Your faces are just. I don't want to be as if I'm giving you a lecture. This is not a university. This is a community. We're a community, please. We need to talk. We need to interact. So we do not want more rodents. So this is where prescriptive analytics comes from. What are we going to do towards this? We do not want more rodents in the farmland. What are we going to do towards to reduce the population or, if possible, eradicate the rodents entirely? So what actions should be done in order to take to avoid the demographic cliff? So questions. Questions? Yes.
Sorry that we go back a little.
No, no, no. Yeah, free.
Okay. When you said about supervised learning,
Yes.
then branching to classification and regression.
Yes.
So now, and you move on to unsupervised learning.
Yes.
So now you talked about clustering.
Yes.
Now you gave an example as market segmentation.
Yes.
So now it's like got me confused as classification because you are trying to know which customer will pay and which one that will not pay. So
Yeah, mixing it up.
so there is I need
That, okay,
clarification
okay,
on that.
I understand where you're coming from. That's why I said the first thing is that
Yeah.
any problem, it has to be well defined.
Okay.
Well defined. By clustering, what we are meant to do is that we want to cluster. Say this cluster is there probably I'll use the word later. This cluster of customers they will pay. Another customer will not a single customer. Because we do not know whether that customer is paying or not.
Okay.
Do you understand? We do not have targets. Do you understand now? So your problem has to be well defined first before you face any problem at all. The first thing, the flow chart we worked through earlier. Where is that flow chart again? Yeah, requirement understanding. You need to know the problem you are trying to solve. It has to be well defined. Because if your problem is not defined, there's nothing you will solve. You'll be perambulating. Do you get questions? Questions. Are we good? Are we good? Great. Um, Before we go into Python, how to install, let's run another quiz, please. We are still using Slido. Please, are you guys with me? Are you guys on Slido? We use Slido to run another quiz now. So there are 10 questions, multiple choice. You have 15 seconds. The aim of the quiz is I just want to what the quiz is just all I've been saying from when we started till now. I just want to check your understanding of what I've been saying. So I'm going to start now. So I'm waiting for you guys to join. At least we're up to the capacity of this place is 35 and it's too low. So are we up to 35? So I'm expecting at least and there are some people online. You can use anything like you can use anything. You can write another is there. Basically I don't need to I'm not here to point people out. I just want to get general understanding. Go to slido.com, then you type in that code 826930. 11. I'm expecting more people. No, 11 people. It's just 10 questions. This is my battery. Yeah, it's a no. It's quiz and Slido quiz. No, it's not charging. Which one? Ah, yes, please. 15. I'm expecting more. If you have any questions, suggestions, if you feel there's a way we can make the training better, please. No. I don't want to do anything. The question he asked is that I didn't add the enforcement learning when I was saying that if you notice on the slide there is something major. So we are just picking the major one. I wouldn't stop here at the enforcement learning. 19. He said 11:59.
Yes.
Without the code is. Yes. Latin. Which part is Latin? That's not very fast question.
You are still speaking English now. It's not even very English. You are still speaking English. English now. Both of us are understand.
She said what I've been saying has been like Latin. Latin wow. Ask questions. What is Latin then? Yeah.
Yes, you get to understand it, like as you go on, you get to understand better. But if there's anything that you really don't understand, you can
But don't worry, all the things I've said, we are going to apply. We are going to. If you don't go to the go to tomorrow, if not tomorrow, on Friday, we will.
Okay, you ask a question.
Yes. More attention. Even my own PC self is not charging. 22, I think we are good now. Maybe I should wait to this. Should I wait?
Are there still people that are trying to join?
Yeah, there are people online now. The people in this class are more than 23 now. I don't know.
So let's see if we get to 30 in like 3 minutes.
Don't be scared, though. They are just, there are questions on what you ask them.
Multiple questions.
Still 23. It looks like we've gotten to peak. For the Amazon, we can do installation and setting up for the coding. I will ask the class because I know there is some type of this. I know but I'll ask. 24. That reminds me, please, if you are just coming in, visit this site. The materials are there. All the materials from day 1 to 5. If I add any, I will do this. tinyurl.com /. The materials are in this link. Go to this link, you will see the materials. Okay. Also, there is a flash there going around. Yeah, you just copy an Anaconda. It is a setup. Just copy the setup. Just the Anaconda setup.
Just
Okay.
I'll pass the flash to you, because that's like the next thing.
27. I think we can start soon. Okay. Well, you will see the questions on your phone. Don't disturb yourself with the slide. The slide is not that clear. So
Are you done?
it's too fast. I know.
Wow.
It's not too fast. It's not too fast. Probably your attention is divided. It is not too fast. It's 15. No, it's not too fast. I can see. Let me tell you, this thing, I this is not the first time I'm doing this slide of this. If I did 30 seconds, you will get bored. I'm very sure of it because I've from experience, I've done it before. I actually wanted to do 10 seconds before, but I realized it would be too.
Is there your advice that I need to flash for Anaconda setup? I believe we all have to.
So, can I go to the next question? What is that? You want to know the answer immediately? Okay, actually, I'm sorry. Which of the following is a common goal for statistical modeling? I've told you now. The answer is find out the question which is to be answered. Define your problem.
The same one. It was too fast. That's true.
I should show you how many people that answered it. I've told you the correct answer already now. Hmm? I'm going to the next question. Have you seen the answer? You can say this 50 seconds is too much. Some of you have get this question like 10 times now. Can you see now? How much of you got? Because the first question, your attentions were divided. That's why. So I'm going to the next one. In supervised learning, the target variable is known. True. In supervised learning, we know our target variable. So 94% of people that answered got it correctly. 70 people answered the question. I think you that want to know how many people answered it, I think that is it there.
Okay.
Only 17. So next question. This 50 seconds there is too much. No. I'm telling you.
For this simple
In that, I know you said. So this is why everyone got it right. So I think my message is going to. Eh? I should not reduce it. See, for you to say I should not reduce it, that means the time is too much. It's logical. Don't worry. Let's continue. Are we good? Next question.
Is there anybody that gives anaconda syndrome?
We'll leave Anaconda first.
Anaconda.
Leave Anaconda.
So let's continue.
65%. Good. In the irrigation problem, the target variables are continuous. I gave you examples now. Stock market, stock prices and house prices. Are we good? I'm surprised. I used to know you are in a few school. Probably is the internet. Or probably I'll try to look at the that PC at just focus on your whether your phone on PC. Just focus on it. You will see the questions there. So 65%. Good. I think I'm saying the right things then.
Let's keep our following.
Yeah, good. So next question. These things are very simple. 15 minutes, 15 seconds.
For this
83%. Nice. But it seems the number of people answering the questions is reducing. It was 20 before now is 18. What's the problem? The time is still 15 seconds. So.
the questions are not hard.
Network, probably network. Probably.
Not considered.
That guy that just came is organizing those guys there. Okay, can we go to the next question? Can we go to the next question? See, I was smiling at him. That was the answer the question already. 50 seconds.
And his network is working fine. That's why I'm smiling.
Look at he's smiling at me now. Why is this spinning like this? It looks like connection lost. It's another. So it is me now that network is not good. I'm sorry. Children. This is okay. I think it's working now. 74%. Good. I think it's back now. It's back now. Okay, can we go to the next question? Or do you need explanation? Identifying clusters, unsupervised learning. We explained earlier. So next question. What is wrong now? Ah, Mr. Lamela, internet is bad. Sorry. So you've seen expo for the next question already.
Let me see.
I'm sorry. See, the time you actually to talk to yourself on the question, you have answered it. Oh, I tell you, seconds is much. It's too small. Yes, it's back. In predictive analytics, we have to answer the question. Yes, what will happen in the future? What?
Once you're done with the queue, you can restart.
Okay.
Because of this stream, the live stream, you can't put it.
I understand. And then the live stream
It's
is
still on. It's still on.
okay.
And it's fine.
No problem.
Zoom will. So I think that's
We'll just
everything. The little space
that is
what
left.
we give
Yes,
to
I understand.
to
No
take
problem.
priority.
No problem. In predictive analytics, we have to answer the question. 94% future. Future, okay. Are you people sure? Or is it because of network? You guys are scared already. I'm sorry, the next question. Sorry, it's the network. I'm sorry. The thing is that we are live streaming. So the live stream is taking much of the bandwidth. That's why. Sorry. Calm down. And I cannot cut it. And it was working perfectly well before. Please, how many minutes is for the coding? Please help me check. Because I don't want to go back that way.
Let me get off it.
Okay.
Get off it.
But how will you give feedback on the live stream? They are the only one here that knows how it's going. It is good back to the other question. Sure. Forty minutes. And how many minutes break? 30. Okay. It is bad. And live stream is working perfectly well.
See, someone is even streaming the class.
Ah.
You're streaming the class.
Oh.
I think the question by here is from
Probably,
outside, like,
probably I
from
should
your
post the
laptop.
slide though on my phone.
If you feel free to continue from it.
That I did check.
And if you can't, they'll start again. And once I didn't the answer, we'll find out.
I'm trying to use my mobile internet. Let me see if I can make it work. That means we most likely won't be able to use collab
But
for the collab.
it depends. If the target is heavy,
Yes, the data is not heavy actually.
it's not. And then can you plan it now? That's just a power.
Hmm?
Can you plan it?
Yeah. I've downloaded it.
So let's say that
I want Abba.
when you say that downloaded, I think that just downloaded.
No, I mean the notebooks.
Oh, like downloaded. And this kind of thing that they like see like before I see it, then read it again. And then my family and my data. Then when I want to install any library, like what I put my data, and then Papa. So
Internet wahala. Sorry. We are sorry. Okay, thank you. So I guess we all have the Anaconda setup. That's what we are going to next. Yes?
you don't have it.
Please let's hope you don't have Anaconda setup. Please signify. So we all have it. Great. What of the materials? This is the link for the materials in case you do not have it.
No way.
No, sir, please.
One of the guys is very like one of the guys is very
The good student are you? That's what I'm saying to you.
like let's not like
Yeah. That's what I'm saying to you. So we will go past 3:30 days. What do you suggest we do? Suggestions.
Is it on the internet?
Yes. I'm not. I think it's better now.
I'm going to take, there's some people that give me like 5 minutes.
Okay. Minutes. Concerning email, data science, media. Anything at all. I want to know how many words are familiar with Python or any programming language at all. Please signify one, please. I want to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Python. Which one? Which language? Python. Which language? Python. goods in the same market. So we are basically going to use Python. And for Python, we are going to be using Anaconda. Why data scientists or machine learning engineers, data people like Anaconda? It comes with a lot of packages that we use in machine learning. And you can easily install packages, you can remove, you can update packages with Anaconda. Then pandas too, we use pandas to read in data sets, manipulate data, make calculations and the likes. From there, this is my business. Then Jupyter Notebook is in Anaconda. You will see it. Then Google Colab is online, simply online, where we can run our codes and everything online. The beauty of Google Colab is that for some of you in future, if you want to go to deep learning, where you will need more computing power, where your CPU will not be enough to compute the problem, you might need GPUs or CPUs, graphical processing or desktop processing. Colab offers that for you online to an extent. As the usual boss said, there is nothing you do. But to an extent, you get to Colab. So that's the beauty of Colab. There are other platforms you use, like there is Cargo Notebooks. Cargo Notebooks give you GPUs and CPUs, but don't disturb yourself about that. So now we are going to install Anaconda. I guess all of you have the information. Please don't click on it. Naturally, I should walk you through it, but I don't want to install it twice.
If you have any problem with it, just signify, so I'll come around.
Don't click on it. Please tell me what you can see. Okay, then you don't disturb yourself. If you install Anaconda, don't disturb yourself. But there is a caveat. Some of you might have installed Anaconda. I won't say wrong, but I will say in a way that will be more much. Put the hard part in this thing. If you're not connected, and connection is great. If it is great, you use it and you can use that. You can use online. You can use it online. You get familiar with it. The thing is that the design of our chain is policy for it. Like you don't have to do it. Some pieces they are taking it. This is the only is that you have to because I feel about it. You have two options. You can go to anaconda.com and download for the 2 bits, or you can use Jupyter online. There is a Jupyter notebook online that you can use. It's the same interface. It's the same interface with what you are going to install. But you need internet connection, obviously. So what can you see when you go to it? Please just install like that. Don't click add parts, please. Don't add parts. Yes, next. And please don't click on that option that tells you to add parts. I will tell you why. Is it installed? Yeah. Installed it. Is it all installed? Please don't click out the parts. Please do not click out the parts when you are installing. Leave it as it is. Please do not click it.
Okay, so please, if you want to use the restroom, it's outside. This like walk outside. This small house here. I don't know that
Guys, using Mac. We have it installed. I know some of you are using Mac. Please, I don't have Mac. If you are using Mac, it's available on the website. So you can download it. What I'm saying now is very good. So you see how this works now? Colors. You probably just type it on your Google search. Are we all good? Is what? It's taking forever. Now, how can it take forever? Yeah, using math. Yeah. Yeah. How many people? 11% just now. I can't hear anything. Probably because this is my PC microphone. I don't know if I can't stay in one place for a while. Let's move around. Do you all have it installed? Please do not add to parts. Please do not click add to parts. If you click add to parts and you have another Python installation on your laptop, it will clash to cause problems when you're installing libraries. Please do not add to parts. If you add to parts, then you must know what you are doing. Please do not add it to parts. If you add it to parts, you'll be able to run and you'll be able to install libraries using your command prompt. But if you have any other Python installation on your laptop before, or any programs that uses Python, it will clash, it will cause problems. Because there's Python 2.7, 3.6, and 4. Please do not add it to parts. There is another prompt that replaces command prompt. I will show you. Good. Please help me ask the person you can hear me now. Probably because I was quiet. Amen. Why are you calling Alaja? Her name is Maudia. No one said Alaja, Nana. Alaja is not someone's name. I'm Uthman, she's Maudia. It's called, yeah, but on this one, it's called, this. It's called, still expanding. All of you on this line install that. Install it. Yeah, but everyone on this line install it. How about it? Yes. I don't like the way you guys are lost, man. Yes. Someone said it. I will. Don't worry about the person. So because what I look at because we just does not really matter. Are we all good?
So, and I found something else.
Actually, it takes time. It takes time. Ah. Attendance. Actually, we are not here. That's it. Attendance. Please, data science in Nigeria does not just give us certificate for free. You have to attend classes. That is not attendance. If you attend and you get certificates. You are told you get certificates. Yes. You are not selected like that. I'll confirm. But you get. What are you get? And I said it was the thing that you get. Probably doing data science and data science. But to get anything of data science in Nigeria, you have to be here. You have to participate. They do use threshold. I don't know if threshold there is for attendance. At times 80, 75. Probably it's like 100. How many people do this study? Please. Are you guys know what this is? Like, yeah. What is how many left in the study? Well, yeah, you said they don't like yes. By not to be sorry, you should do your solution. Please, let's do it like this. What's the time? Okay, that's we'll take a break. We'll take 20 minutes break. Thank you. So you can relax. You can relax and socialize. Some of you said your aim here was connect to people. The next president of Nigeria might be in this room. Or the next Amazon CEO. So we'll take a break, 20 minutes break. By 12:10 we'll continue. By then the installation should be complete.
So guys, for your break, in case you need drinks or water, you can talk to IBK, who is with you outside. It's based on arrangements that you can purchase from him. Okay, but if you ask for something that he may be able to get, you can get water, drink, available with him. See, now let's hear
Are you going to be
Please, guys, sorry, we need to take good photo. Outside, please. Great. Yes, no. I don't want to miss. Guys, please, let's take a good photograph. Hi, guys, please, good photograph outside now. Please, let's come outside, please. Guys, please outside, please. It will take up to 5 minutes. Come on, let's come. I'll take the only one that. Yes. This is one. Yes. It's not whatever so this is your question. Just so now we can be faster. So you like so you guys are taking my don't worry to this come. Just hold on. That's why I decided we should take it to this week. That's installed it. You can see. And the same for like my two. So install everyone. Has it been installed? So everyone here has an account installed. I'm not getting feedback now.
Yes.
I think that container is well. So I take the time. So yeah, good afternoon, guys. How is it going? What what do you feel? I need at least 5 responses. At least 5. What do you think about what are we doing here now? Suggestions, how can we make it better? Please, I need responses. Someone is not present. It is not perfect. What we are doing right now is not perfect. There is no perfect system. We are and get okay, great. One, remain for. Oh, yeah, say something. Are they what? Links for what? She's asking for links for personal study. On the PDF, there are links there. On the material, there are links there. There are clickable links on the material. I've gone through them. They are there. We have to take it to go.
And what matters is time.
Time. Definitely, you have to dedicate time to it too. You have to. There are no two ways about it. And the best is if you can be doing it every day. That is the best. If you can, even if it is 1 hour. Let me tell you, the truth is that this ML everything. When you start coding, you won't even know that you spent 2 3 hours. Because let me tell you, there are some problems you face. Now to solve a particular problem, it can take you 31 hours. There are some problems that you need to say, let me leave this thing. Probably think about it and come back to it. It's fun actually. It's a lot of fun. But you will need the what is it called now? You have to be dedicated. You have to, it has to be something you have passion for. For you to be here, I'm sure I came here around past 9 and people were here already. So I know the passion is there. Mr. Damala told me some of you were here by to 8. So definitely the passion is there. So it's left to keep up the pace. So 2 more. So we are good. So now we are going into Now that we have Anaconda installed, we are going into Jupyter Notebook. Hi, please. Do, hi. When you make side talks, I won't be able to concentrate. Thank you. So we are going to install Jupyter. We've installed Anaconda, so we've installed Jupyter. Furthermore, we explore the basic functionality. This is at the same time the beginning of a series of Python-related tutorial. Coding the smart way. Okay. From the very beginning, you will learn everything you need to know how to use Python. Ah, how to use Python is written. Okay, no problem. So why we use Jupyter Notebook instead of probably just if you are familiar with other and any other programming language, you know there are things called compilers where you can just basically run your code and you get the output. But for machine learning, we are interested not only in the output. There are times that we will plot. We want to say our plots. You can see live code, e.g. Python code, visualization, then explanatory text. There are some chunks of code that you might need to type in some explanations about it. Because let me tell you, when you write code, you need to make the code readable. Because you cannot always remember what you write. So you want to make sure that when you write a particular piece of code, when you come back to it 3 months, 1 year, 2 years later, you'll be able to read it. And when you give someone, the person, not any other person, oh, please, not just primary one, discriminate. Not just anybody, but someone that is familiar with the language, the person will be able to read what you are writing. That is what is meant by coding the smart way here. You need to be able to write readable and reusable codes. Code that when you write, when you come back to it, you'll be able to say, ah, yes, this is what I did here. That is part of why explanatory text is there. So you'll be able to type in the explanation of what you did. Jupyter Notebook is great for learning and trying out Python, data processing, numeric simulation, statistical modeling, machine learning. So so let's set up. As I've said, it's hands-on, so we are doing it together. I noticed a lot of you have opened Anaconda Navigator already. Yes. If you have Anaconda installed, go to your search bar. For Windows, you will see Anaconda Navigator. Takes a while to start. What is in Anaconda Navigator is basically all the things, because I have told you earlier, there are a lot of things that come with Anaconda. There are a lot of packages that come with it. There are some that come with it, and there are some you still need to install. So Anaconda Navigator is basically where everything is installed for your Anaconda. Jupyter, you will see it, Jupyter Notebook, Jupyter Lab, PowerShell, and the like, Spider, and the likes. But we have, for this class, for this operation, we will go to Jupyter Notebook and probably share Anaconda, what do you call it? Command comes, Anaconda comes. So this is how the Anaconda Navigator looks like. Prompt, Jupyter Lab. Put down. Oh. R Studio. Okay, this R is another programming language for data science and machine learning. But we are not doing R. We are going to concentrate on Python. Knowing Python is enough. You might decide to know R, but knowing Python is enough. And most of the big tech companies, the top five, Google, Amazon, Facebook, which other one again? They all use Shopify as part of top five. That's interesting. They use Python. They use Python. Their workers use Python. So I think, but if you want, you can learn R. But we'll be focusing on just Python. Personally, I do not know R. Why? Because I don't need it for now. What's wrong with this one now? Not responding. Please respond though. So you can open your Jupyter notebook from the Anaconda Navigator, or you can open it from your search bar too. Just type Jupyter notebook, it should come up. You can see Jupyter notebook Anaconda 3. So let's click on it. You can also start it from your Anaconda Navigator. You will see Jupyter notebook there. You can start, you can use that. So it takes a while. Then it opens a web page on your browser. Please follow along though. Please, this is hands-on. No. This is no longer follow along. If there's anything, let me know. So this is what you will see. It's basically listing all the folders you have on your PC. Are we good? What's the problem? Yes. Okay. Have you opened another navigator? You will see Jupyter menu. Or you can go to your site bar and type Jupyter menu. For guys that are using Mac, I think with your command prompt you'll be able to start. Let me type Jupyter menu. Yes, yes. That's one of the features of Mac. So we've all opened the notebook. The people that are using Jupyter notebook online, you should see something like this. Am I good? Some of you are using Facebook. Okay. She's using you are using online now.
Yes, yes.
And this is this one. No, it's not. So we all have our notebook open. Please, I need feedback, please. Yes, please, feedback. So what should we do now? Okay, I would advise you create a folder for where you will save the notebook. Or if you know you can track with the because here now we are in the root folder. You can see there are a lot of folders there. It is like a usual file explorer. You can open folders, download it, take it to downloads, documents. You can go back a step. You can go to desktop and open a new folder like that, like that. So you can, for convenience, you can open a new folder on your desktop. Name it anything you like. You understand? Have you done that? For convenience sake, so you'll be able to easily locate the notebook. Are we there? Are we there? Please back, please back.
Yes.
Please talk to me. Look at me, I'm here with you. So you created the folder on your desktop, yes?
Yes.
From here, you can go to desktop. You will see the name of the folder. Please, I need feedback. When you are there, let me know. I will continue. Naturally, what you are doing now is not to be part of the first part, but as God will have it. So now go into the folder. Me, I want to use this folder AI called AI Invation. You can use anything you like. Are we in the folder? How come there are no side notes? Are you in the folder in your desktop? Are you in the folder in your desktop? Yes. No, this is Jupyter now.
Please close the alarm. Close it. Do you know what you're doing? I know some of you are putting alarm. Put alarm is like alarm. It is a bit, it is the same thing per se. But you alarm has some more amount, but some things on the notebook will not allow. So please let us use it. You alarm has the same purpose, and then but there are some things that are some specific to the person. But let's use that. And prepare with it. So, are we in order? Yes. I want to ask you. Although, I don't want to ask this. What is it? And go to the folder. Double click on it. No. Double click. So, go into the folders.
For better still, probably I should create the folders, another folder myself. So I'm creating a folder. What should I name? I've named it INE. I'm coming here now. So desktop, I'm going to the folder here now. INV. You double click on it. So now I'm in the folder. You will notice it says the notebook list is empty. That means there is no there are no files in the folder. So to create a new notebook, go to new. Please follow. Go to new notebook. You see Python 3. Click on it. It will open a new tab. To open a new notebook. So this is how the notebook looks like. Are we there? So this notebook here now is what we are going to work with. You can run Python codes on this notebook. So the usual, let's do hello world. So I'm printing a string. Hello world. Then to run, you have two options. You can use Ctrl Enter. I don't know how it is for Mac. Mac users, please, I'm sorry. There might be some little differences. I'm not used to Mac. Or there is an arrow by the side. You can click that arrow. Either you click that arrow or you press Ctrl Enter to run the cell. So this is the output. This is my code, and that is the output. I'm printing hello world, a string hello world. Questions? In fact, how many of us here have applied Python? This is okay now. When I say familiar, probably you can say like the function, even if the function is hard to proceed together. Instead of us, please use it well. I think it's so I'll know where I'm going to. Please raise up your hand to.
Is are we all there? Are we all in?
So we are all here. Hello. Before then, I want to do head count. Abeg. If you are familiar with Python, please use up your hand. Please guess properly, please. Like this, as in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, 10. Ah, 10 of 32. That's not 50%. Oh. Let me check slide.
What do you plan on doing?
We have to take introduction.
Did you? I think there's an introduction in the PDF. I'm not so sure. But did you check the files I sent to you?
What did you say?
Did you check the files that I sent to you?
Yes, I've checked it. I will probably add it to the list. Please, I think I have some questions here. Can you explain all over again? No. You are old. Cannot the types of analytics be involved in solving a problem, or is it only one per problem? It depends. It depends on what you define. I keep saying it. The first thing, any problem you have to get a good definition. You have to be able to define your problem. If you cannot define your problem, you'll be wasting your time.
Yes, exactly. Because you don't be doing this, doing that.
Because it is when you define your problem, you will know. Even generally in life, self, even that it's applicable to our general life. You need to be able to say, what exactly is my problem? This when can I define? Okay, my problem is that I want to go from here to this place. Then I will know. Okay, what will I need to go there? That's it now. I just check the questions on Slido. So we can continue. So I realized that not up to 50% of you are familiar with Python, which is not what I was expecting. I was expecting about 75%. Because naturally, on the PDF, introduction to Python is not there. But I have no other option. I'll have to do it. But before that, let's get used to the interface, the Jupyter Notebook interface. So we've all printed hello world. Are we good? Your hello word is correct.
Yes.
Good. So I would appreciate if someone can be checking the PDF and tell me what is done. I don't want to. There are a lot of things on this thing. If I decide to start saying the comparison from my head, I might speak some things. What I need to do is that the PDF. So now, they are confused now. What do they know? I can don't worry, I'll check it here. I'll check it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Somebody said that maybe that when you that thing, so that maybe then we arrange them like this,
Yeah. Yes, I thought of that. Someone gave a suggestion that the people that are familiar with Python should stay in between. But but my problem with that is that reshuffling now will take at least 10 minutes, which I don't have, if not more than that. But what you will try to do is that, okay, very good. Since part of the reason why we are here is to connect, the people that can be part of, please raise up your hand. Look at their faces, oh. Don't be shy, don't worry, it's a good thing. The people that don't know, look at their faces. So if you have one or two questions and I'm not there, you can ask them, but not now, please. Any question you have, do it, ask them. Probably when you're on break or something, and there's something you're trying and you don't know. Because actually, before now, I planned that I will put some people that are familiar with Python in the middle. But if we decide to do that, it will take a lot of time. Moving laptops, chargers, and everything. I'm not sure I'm ready for that.
We will find our way around it.
No, not now. I cannot, please. Naturally, what we are doing now is meant to have been done in the morning, not now. What was scheduled for now is sampling methods, not this. So we are behind already. But don't worry, it's not by alpha, it's by great. So where is that PDF? So we are here now. We've started our Jupyter notebook successfully. Okay, installing the notebook, you don't need to worry about this. Since Jupyter notebook comes with Anaconda, you don't need to worry about installing. So please follow. This is the website. I'm going to go past this. This is basically telling you how you download it. I cannot be teaching you guys how to download software now, but straightforward now. And you have the software already. So this is how the notebook is, like we've seen before. So now, okay, great. We have files running and clusters. Okay, great. The files tab, as we've seen earlier, this is the files tab. Like I've showed you earlier, now where we can see all the files and different folders, and we can move between folders. We can delete. You can also delete, but please don't make no mistake. Delete folder that you need. Please, don't say it's Osman. If you click on this checkbox here, you can see you can delete a folder. You can do the same thing with files.
So if you delete folder,
It will delete. Yes, so please, don't go and say Usman caused it. I deleted a useful document. You can rename. You can move. This is a file explorer. I don't know. I shall know you not. Please, if you are not, it's not me and you. If you are not sure what you are deleting, please don't delete. This delete is basically for whether you have a lot of notebooks you want to delete. You can click 3-4 notebooks at the same time and delete. It's great. So this is the folder. No, which folder did I use? Inspiration. So creating a new notebook. We've done that. We've created a new notebook. This is how the notebook is. Okay. So now the first thing that is here is renaming. Now when you notice after opening the notebook, please, when you notice, you can see my hand. There are some things that are here. You can see untitled. Untitled is the name of the notebook. You can easily change it if you want to change it. Just over your cursor to the untitled, double click on it. You can see. You can rename it to anything you like. Probably, what should I rename this to? My first. Please, and please, when you are using file names, do not put space. Please, don't put my space first space name. It will cause wahala. Please. When you are trying to read that file, you will face problems. No, dear. It's not advisable. In fact, especially if use underscore or dash. In general itself, is not cool. My first is okay. So I can press enter. You can see it as renamed it. Another thing is that when you are typing in Jupyter auto saves your work. As you type it auto saves, you can see it here.
auto save. Then another thing, you see, last checkpoint, 12 minutes ago, let me explain how checkpoint is useful. In Jupyter Notebook creates checkpoints. The instead of checkpoint is this. There are times when you are working on projects, because honestly, when you start working on projects, you are going to open a lot of cells, a lot of code blocks. There are times that you might make mistake, or Nigeria power, you might have done a lot of things and power will just do. But so far you checkpoint, you created a checkpoint for that means you can go back to it.
I just want to test whether.
Or better still, you wanted to, okay, maybe you tried something before. For example, you did A plus B, you got your result, you can checkpoint it. You can go and try to do A divided by B. Checkpoint it. If you see that A plus B is working better, you just got to go back to A plus B. Wait, let me show you. You can see this is the checkpoint. You can see last checkpoint 13 minutes ago. So if you want to create a checkpoint, you do file. You can see here, give back to checkpoint. This is showing me one of the checkpoints. Just click on save at checkpoint. Can you see? If you write checkpoint video to give you the time. If you go to that folder, the folder you created, where your notebooks is, you will see all the you will see all the notebooks. See, where is it? Desktop, Innovation. You will see something like .ipynb checkpoints.
Yes.
Can you see my first checkpoint? So when you give back to that checkpoint, what Jupyter Notebook will just do that? It will bring out this notebook that says that checkpoint for you. You can create as many checkpoints as you like. But please, our advice, when you are doing things like this, checkpoint and the next, know what you are checkpointing. Not you start checkpointing for fun. No. If it's possible, you can jot it down. I'm coming. If it is possible, you can jot it down. Maybe I tried A and B and I checkpointed it. I tried A because let me tell you the truth. And I told you before, machine learning is not magic. Not that you immediately tell something to work. No. You might try different things 100 times. It is a science. Science is what experiments. You experiment something, does it work? Yes. How do you know if it works? You record your stuff somewhere. You try another thing, can I improve this thing? If it improve it, oh well and good. If it does not, go back. What? Checkpoint. You said I should explain checkpoint in a great. There's a lot of checkpoints. When you are working on projects, you might need to save a particular place where you are in the project. Because as I explained earlier, if you try A plus B, you might want to try, I'm using that example here, you might want to try A minus B. You want to try something different. But you don't want to lose your result. Although you can still open a new cell, you can open another cell and continue. But if you just want to keep it somewhere, do you understand? Like for example, now I've completed something. Maybe for example, I want to do a bar chart. I've completed my bar chart already. I can see it's beautiful, great. I can save the bar chart. I will checkpoint it. When I checkpoint, it will save that notebook for me as a checkpoint. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, probably when I created the bar chart, I used color blue. I'm using an example. Maybe probably I want to try color red. I want to try different colors. I can do color red again and checkpoint. Do you understand? So when I do red and I say, I'm not cool with red, I can go back to blue. Do you get it?
Or maybe something like you want
Talk
to change
now.
variable
You know
by
this is not your head. Talk.
X and we are trying to do this now. So or why would you continue muscle that particular period of time, trying to like discover that, and then maybe use number of staff. You're feeling like number of staff is not important. Then you're not like using type of products. Take it. So if you check point down number of staff and you know that when you can try type of product, you see that it's also number of staff that meant to keep better. I just go back to your number of staff without having to type code. Just like check when you go back like that notebook and that one was saved. So you're edited to new charts that you do like the type of product you do like. Yes, you have to.
You have a question.
Yeah, so if you make a checkpoint and maybe you are busy because you do your content, when you come back, you see that maybe you open the checkpoint to come back, but you have to go back to the file.
When as I've told you, when you are working, it saves. So if where you stop, that's where it should be. See, you not necessarily need to start creating. That's what I'm saying. Checkpoint is not just for fun. You need to know why I want to make this checkpoint. Personally, I myself,
I will use the checkpoint how many times? Probably 2 3 times. What I do with checkpoint is that myself is my not by feeling. Probably I have a project. After I have completed it and I have my result and the result is close to, let me tell you another thing. There are some avoiding to know that takes a lot of time. Don't worry, we will go into it. There are some avoiding that you know that takes a lot of time. These things are they are CPU one.
So let me say something.
That's not
Last year's bootcamp qualification car, I think I used like 2 days to run my algorithm. What I do is when I don't know which one or start running, go for outdoors. By the time I'm done, I'll come back and see where it has gotten to. Go my way out, come back again, where it has gotten to. I was like checking it, just
But that-
I slept with laptop.
No, as it is one, give me percentage like.
yes, exactly. Exactly. So that's so now once the percentage is complete, you can checkpoint now. So you have a result.
Okay.
Because if you run another cell, your output is gone. Why will you see the output? Question? I don't know. Honestly, I hardly use to start. One of the reasons why I like to start, I won't tell you.
So I think we can continue now. So we've covered checkpoints, we've covered renaming. What's else in the PDF? So we've done this. Working with the notebook. Okay. The notebook cell contains cell. Okay, great. So now, for a notebook now, these are cells. You can add more cells. If you want to add a new cell, a cell is just where you run a block of code. You see insert. You can insert. You can either insert cell above or you insert cell below. Can you see the difference? If I come here, I can insert cell below. Can you see? You can type something else here. You can do, let me do 3 times. 3 times 5. And to enter, I'll get my result. Can you see? This is the output for that cell. So these are cells. Now, for your cells, you have 2 options. You can make the cell code or you can make it markdown. For code is what we are used to here, what you've been typing here. Something cannot. For markdown is basically text. As I've explained earlier to you. In fact, when digital notebook is so good that it's good enough for you to make a presentation with it. I've made a lot of presentations without my digital notebook. I don't need to start creating slides and everything. Because you can type in text, you can type in code, you can insert images, anything. Let me say anything with this. You can insert images, you can type in text, and you can style your text. You can make headers. Let me show you. So now this is a code block. Naturally, anytime you open a new cell, it will make it code. If you want to go to Markdown, come to cell. Please don't be as I'm saying, I'm not just saying for talking. You try it, please. Come to cell type. You can see Markdown. So now this is a Markdown cell. A text. You can type text. It does not matter. We are in class. But to enter, you can see it's a text. Can you see? There you can type anything you like. You don't need to follow Python syntax, anything. Anything you like, you can type. Questions?
How do you delete the cell?
How do you delete a cell? It is there now. Cell delete. You will go to start shortcut. We'll go to cell now. It should be there. It should be under edits.
Yes, delete cells.
You can see. Where is it here? It should be there now.
Then
Delete cells.
everyone do delete cell. Wow. I didn't know that.
You can if you mistakenly delete a cell, you can undo, edit, what's it? Wait, undo delete cells. Great, you can see it's back. Can you see? You can delete multiple cells. You can use you can hold control. I'll click on this and I'll click on this. I'll be using control or shift. Okay, shift, click this. If you select both cells, can you see? So you can select multiple cells that way. If I want to delete these 2 cells, I can delete it. Questions? Questions. So we've printed hello world. We've done this. Talk to me. Look at me, I'm in front of you. We've done change cell type to markdown. Okay. Questions. Talk to me. Oh. So we are all here. Abi? Is it possible to insert? Yes, now. Yes. You can.
But you see, is that anything? I'll probably out to you. But you need HTML. Yes. It was document. Is that a question now? Is that another way? Just like
Questions. Okay. So let's act markdowns. So in markdowns, you know what a markdown is now? What is markdown said?
Markdown, what is all things architects?
Type, okay, insert type. Oh, good. Yes, text. Great. You can style your text. You know, as I've told you, there are things you might need to do to make your work pleasing. So you can do headlines, you can do sub headlines, you can bold, you can do italics. Um, so for headline, cell type, I'm changing it to markdown. So if you want the biggest one, you use one hash. Can you see? Are you following? What I'm creating here is headers like topic, subtopic, with topic. One hash is the biggest. If you want something smaller, you do two. If you want something smaller again, you can do three. Sub, sub, header. Questions? Space is like, oh, it doesn't matter. Just go to a new line. Enter new line. You look lost. Are you raising up your hand? Are you following? Questions? No. Who? Which part? How to what? See, you guys talk to me. When you start talking, it distracts me. You said how to do what? How to run Markdown. Normal control enter now, the way you run your code. How won't it work? What is this now? Control and enter. What we are doing here is to create, you know, when you have sections. Run what? What exactly? Speak up now. You guys talk to me. I'm right in front of you now. So we are all good. Great. So these are headers of header. You can bold text too. This is a bold text. If you want to bold text, before and after, you do 2 star. Yes. Are you guys following?
Yeah.
No. How many times good? Okay, it's one. No, it's ash is no. I'm sorry, I'm a bit rusty. Let me check. And okay, sorry, I'm not meant to put space. It's two star. Yeah. And I won't put this. Please, are you following? A lot of people seem lost. If you are lost, raise up your hand. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand. I understand. So, are we all good? So we are okay with Markdown for now. There are a lot of things you can still do with Markdowns, though. But as we go on, you will see. You can create lists. You can create list of lists. You can put in images. What else again? And as we go on, actually, there are some notebooks that have been prepared for when we want to start doing applications. You will see Markdowns there. I understand. Yes, you can write if you are familiar with HTML. If you are familiar with HTML, you can do HTML in Markdown. Those HTML tags now, if you are familiar with it, bold, center, and so it works with it. Yes. Questions, people are just typing away. We've never started anything already. People are typing, typing, typing. Questions, questions. So we are all good. Are we all good? I heard only one voice. Okay. So I think this should finalize. Okay. Okay, now that please, oh please. Hello. We are cool with writing. We understand checkpoints. We understand opening a new notebook. We understand adding new cells and changing the cell type from code to Markdown. So now quickly we'll do edit and command mode. Edit mode is what we have been doing all this while typing. For command mode is when we want to use shortcuts. If you want to enter command mode, you just click on your escape key. For Mac, does Mac has escape? Ah. I don't know about Mac honestly. But there should be a key. Go to yeah, there's escape. So if you want to enter command mode in your distance, just hold on escape. What command mode is for? Is shortcuts. For example, the shortcut for adding a new cell up is escape A. When I press escape, I'm in command mode. When I press A, can you see? Once you know the shortcut, it makes when you are typing, it makes your work faster instead of dragging your over or dragging it down. If I want to create a cell underneath, I can do escape B to create a cell underneath. Can you see what just happened? Did you see what happened? See, I'm on this cell. Can you see my cursor? If I want a cell underneath it, I can do escape B. If I want a cell on it, I can do escape A. See, all the shortcuts they are in the notebook. Yeah, what is making you lost? Press Ctrl enter now. Go. Ctrl enter. You are tired already. Don't worry. By 2 o'clock we'll leave here. Questions. There are other shortcuts. Go ahead. Huh? Text and what? Code.
I don't understand.
Yes.
Is it possible to have text and numbers in the
Yes,
same?
now the number is a text now. You know, the number is a character.
You have like non-code, like inside the code cell with your code.
Yes, now.
You
Ah,
have
you
like
just put it and you connect it out.
Comment it.
I was going to that. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
You will comment it out. You're going to that. Questions? Any questions? So we are good. Are we good? Please now, answer me now. If you are not to say no, who is saying no? What is the problem? Any other no? So there are a lot of shortcuts you can use. If you want to go to shortcuts, go to help, then keyboard shortcuts. You can see these are all the shortcuts you need. So if you want to go to any of these shortcuts, for example, this one that says X called selected labels. It's not that you just press X, so you first go to command mode by pressing what? Escape. Then you now press X. So escape X will do what? It will what is it? It will cut cells. Abi?
Yes.
There are a lot of there are a lot of shortcuts. The essence of this shortcut is that it makes your work easier when you're typing. When you're typing, imagine now when you're typing now, you want to add a new cell, you over up, cell new, you type again, cell new, you get tiring somehow. But when I use shortcut, when I type and I know how to add the cell, I can just press escape B. Immediately I'm in the new cell already. Questions? Questions? Great. Let me check if there's other thing I need to talk about. So we've done keyboard shortcuts. Checkpoints. We've talked about checkpoints. Then exporting notebooks. You can, when you are done, you can export your notebook. Probably you want to save it as probably a PDF or something. So you come here, you do file, download as. You can see there are a lot of things you can download it as. If you are, is anyone familiar with LaTeX? Don't disturb yourself. Yeah, you can convert it. A lot of things you can do with it. You can convert it to PDF. Probably you just want to. For example, now when we did AI Invasion, our code we submitted it with PDF. We didn't submit Jupyter because why at times is that someone that wants to read it, it will be easier to open PDF file. You know PDF now you just double click compared to Jupyter that you need to first start Jupyter notebooks and the like. So you can just save it as PDF and send it to someone that wants to read it. When you save it as PDF, the code will show, your output will show, everything will be there. Any other questions? You guys look bored already. Questions? So, master, we'll start with this one tomorrow. So, first, let me settle this aspect. Is there any other question? Questions, suggestions, or anything that you that's for you now. Oh, let me change slide. Since some of you prepared to talk anonymously. Well, no new questions. No new questions. Great. So, any questions here? Questions, contributions, suggestions, things you don't like, things you don't want me to do, anything, talk. So, if you check the curriculum, what we are meant to do this afternoon is basic mathematics and sampling methods. But after consulting with you guys, I realized only 10 or 35 people are familiar with Python. So if I continue, I feel I'll just be talking. No one will probably understand what I'm saying. Yes. But I'm scared that if I start, I'm going to do it. No, I won't do it. That's a misleading.
Okay, but yeah, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Let's create a poll. Do you have a question? Suggestion, good.
Can I suggest a site that if you can work from now and tomorrow, what setting you need to do that?
Too familiar. No. This is not magical. Learning is not magic now.
It takes time for
It takes
beginners.
time now.
And what I'm saying is also site.
To get the basics. Don't worry. I would. Thanks to Maldia, I have a set of notebooks. I will put it. Please do you know how to open a notebook with Jupyter?
With Jupyter.
With Jupyter notebook. While you have a notebook on your PC and you want to open it, can you open it?
Yes. Yes.
No. Without definitely the sound yes.
Okay. Please go with me. This is my Explorer. I'm on desktop. Have it? Where do I have? Okay, I think I have those books here. The folder you have your notebook. No, the folder definitely. If you want to open something here, you need to know where it is now. This is a folder here. I have some notebooks here. Notebooks. Double click on it. If you want to open a notebook, this is it here. Regression tags. If you see .ipynb, know that it is a Jupyter notebook. That is the extension for Jupyter notebooks. .ipynb. Just double click on it. You can even single click it. Open. Do you understand?
No.
Go to your Jupyter. This is your Jupyter note. Your Jupyter nah, I don't want to use this. This is your Jupyter notebook. This is a file explorer. When you open your Jupyter notebook, this is what you come across first. If you want to open a Jupyter notebook, you know where it is saved. Yes. From the file explorer, go to where it is saved. Me, I have one here. Desktop, notebooks. I have this one here, supervised learning classification. When you see .ipynb, know that it is a what? Jupyter notebook. Click on it. You can see it will open. It takes a while, but it will open. Are we good with that? Okay. So I would back to, let me check slide though, if I'm not missing out on anything. No, nothing yet. So now we have 110. We have about how many more minutes? 40. It's not 50. We still do have up. So there are two options. We are given a curriculum to follow, and it is not necessary. It does not necessarily mean we must finish. But whatever it is we learn, we must make sure that yes, we've gotten the grasp of it. So what will be left is that is to build on that foundation. So now, what we are meant to cover for today after this is sampling methods. That is not code, it is just explanation. But I realize that you guys do not allow me generalize. Only 10 out of the people here are familiar with Python. So we have two options. Should I walk you through Python? I have some notebooks. Or definitely I'll give you the notebooks. Or you will take the notebook home, you will look at it, then we'll discuss part of sampling method and continue from there tomorrow. Or we do it the other way around. That means discuss sampling, do notebook, study notebook. So we have two options: discuss sampling and study notebook at home, or do the notebook here and study sampling and discuss it tomorrow. So do you get the gist? The first one is what? We should talk now. We should do what? We should do sampling now, Abi. Or the other way around. So if you are for study sampling, it's okay. In fact, I should create a slide up myself. Because if I say you get up now, some people get up there 3 times. So please go to slide and vote, please. Your vote count. So this is open. This is not. There's no way we, that's clear as ice. It's ice clear. Taking votes. Study sampling method is wait. At least I think we are 36 here now. Your internet is. Ah, please, let it go up. This person will start using up our hand. It's difficult for me to count, honestly. I need to know whether this live stream is. Please, we should not have time. If you have the time, you are going to go to the nice spot. Ah. So, this question is that they will present it to me. They will send it to the data center. 18 votes. I still need about how many? 21. Oh yeah, now more votes. So we all have the materials, yes. You guys are discussing two tools and this. Okay, oh, you are familiar with Python. 24. We are more than 24 here now. I'm waiting now. Still 24. Ah, looks like we've gotten to our people. So study sampling method it is. Okay. Okay. Now please visit this thing and please confirm if the files are updated. Yes, please check. Please visit this site and check whether the files are updated. This site here, I added new materials. I added materials for the introduction to Python. So please check if it is there. Is it there? Yes. Open it. It is there, yes. But it is there. You see some files that type in mine. About 5, 6 of them. Please confirm. It's there, great. Ah.
On that way. That's what they think, like, serial
It's not
Yeah,
This is it here now. It's there now. So are we good? You guys look bored, right? You look like you're tired. Are we tired? No, 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 it's not that maybe. There's a new folder there. AI. This location. Are we tired?
no,
Is there any question?
no.
Okay. So 122. Honestly, if you go to the PDFs, there are a lot of there are a lot of resources that you can use. A lot. In fact, there are overloads of resources there. So a mathematical introduction to machine learning. Hello, hello. So let's discuss this for about 20 minutes, then I think we are good. I need to see. Okay. So, machine learning, there is the theoretical part and there is the application. Now, to apply, you need to have um, a sound knowledge, not necessarily in depth per se of the theory. Let me tell you why. There are times when you code, when you are trying to apply ML models and you are coding, you will definitely face errors. There is no how. It is sure. But when you have a good idea of the theory of it, it will be easier for you to decode the error message. Let me give you an example. Um, then I can think of it. I can't think of anything. Let's continue. But you will see it. Machine learning theory is a field that intersects statistical probability. I should. I think I need to have you guys backgrounds. How many people from science backgrounds? Science background. Please use up your hand, bro. I don't want to create slide again. Science. Arts and humanities. None. Social sciences. Two. Most of us here are scientists. Social scientists too. You are scientists. Wow. Some of us are scientists now, so let's continue. We can talk as scientists. Although does not necessarily, even if your background is art and humanities, as I've explained earlier, ML is open to all fields. There is no field you cannot apply ML. Okay, great. Um, Machine learning theory is a field that intersects statistical, probabilistic, computer science, and algorithm aspects arising from learning iteratively from data and finding hidden insights which can be used to build intelligent applications. Machine learning can also be seen as a subfield of computer science concerned with creating machines that can improve from experience. Okay, these machines. So what we are saying is we've been saying all these while since that machine learning learns. It learns from experience. So now the question is, how does it learn? What rules is applicable to the learning? That is what we are going to try to look at in the mathematics and statistics of machine learning. So these machines rely upon mathematical optimization, statistics, and algorithm design. Well, since most of us here have science backgrounds, we must have done little bit of maths and statistics. Statistics in the sense of mean median mode. We all know what mean median mode is. Not just knowing what it means, knowing what it means. You know, there are two different things. When you have a topic, they will tell you define this. Some of us will have memorized the explanation already. This, and this. But when it's applicable, when you need to apply it, do you know when it comes to be? Yes or no? Okay, let me give you let me use an example. Say for example, I want to take average height of say 5 people. And one of those people say one is 1.2, another 1.3, another 1.4, another 1.5, and one of them is about 5 meters. What does that 5 meter? What does it do to the other 5? I am gonna answer. If see, listen, I want to take average height of 5 individuals. So one is 1.2 meters, another one is 1.3, another one is 1.4, another one is 1.5, the last one is 5 meters. That 5 meter individual, how does it affect the average? It's what increase what how? Someone says skewness here. I need to hear something. Yes, an outlier to affect your skewness. Because there's no how. That average is a line. Am I lying? When one is 5,
That's why people say, so that's an example of understanding these statistics. It is not just enough to know the meaning of it. To know that median is the middle number, mode is the highest number, this and that. You need to know when you see it, what do I do with it? You don't just, here we are not here to be impressed. Here we are from God willing, tomorrow we start coding. You will see some data set that we work with. Our 10 of them. We have them already. You see, when we start analyzing the data set, you will see some things there. Then these things you see, you are going to be able to see as okay, from this I'm seeing, so and so might happen. That is statistical thinking. You have to think statistics first. For the mathematics, what is basically linear algebra? Don't allow the names here. Linear algebra is matrices. And because every data are matrices, a table is a matrix. Am I correct? Does anyone decide? Science. Some people don't like maths. As I said, maths, some things have changed. Don't worry, we are not solving anything here. Nobody is saying it's not something. All these mathematics, the language that we use, they are input. Number and patterns. Everything you want to do, they are input. Say you want to do transpose, you want to multiply these matrices together, you want to add them together, they are input. But why you need to know the idea is that when you run into an error, you will know what is causing the error. That is just the idea of you to know the basis of it. Like for example now, you know if you want to do dot products, number of rows must be equal to number of columns. Yeah. So now you are doing dot product of matrices now, and both of them does not work and it's giving error. Sometimes those error message, let me tell you. Sometimes they might scare you. You will just get line. You not like this, it's like it's better than your code say, what is happening? But when you know the basics now, for example, now the dot products, that you are going to multiply two matrices because you are going to multiply matrices. I will if number of rows of A is not just number of columns, definitely something is wrong. Then what? You check your matrix. But if you don't understand and you still don't know, in fact, some of you might not just go to that one. But don't be scared. So this includes linear algebra that I explained to you. Linear algebra are these practices. It is a tool. But don't, I wouldn't say don't be so like about this, but you will need to have at least a basic knowledge of this. Basic knowledge. But all we are going to do, as I said earlier, our life based what this was. You only need to know how to call the method in life. That's it. If you want to do A, I don't do A just or not by. If you want to do A, I don't do A just one. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to, but that basic knowledge has to be. Don't be scared of it. And I know I'm saying mathematics, some of you might not want to know. And I've said earlier, we are not, you will not see me carry matter and go to the board and start doing shape of matrices. If I do anything like matrix, I just want to point out one or two things. I won't have to say A plus B, we will do this and this, add them together. No, nobody is there for that. If I want to do A plus B, I'll just type on my Python internet notebook, A plus B, give me the answer. And I know how to apply the answer. That's what I do. Another thing is probability. Probability theory. Probability theory is like is a wide thing. But you need to understand because anything ML is probability. Because when you are predicting something, what you have is probability. It is chance. You are not certain of it. For example, say now I want to for example, using Google Mail. There are times that Gmail will mark an email as spam, but it is not spam. That's what they will send me. They will tell you that check spam folder. But Google email has what? It has thrown that mail to spam already. Can you see? Because it is what? Chance is probability. Probably probability for that to be spam. Probably 2.55. But now we classify it as spam. But it is not. So you need to have the basic knowledge of probability too. Then statistics, I'll explain statistics. Calculus. For example, aspects, it is similar to English. Although there are some people that might wish to do academia. If you want to do academia, let me know like you need to know these things in depth. You need to know it in depth. If you plan on going to academic, because I know some of you might must have seen scholarship um, scholarship opportunities, scholarship in data science, machine learning, data engineering, people around this. If they are going for any BS or MS in these fields, they are going to do a lot of mathematics analysis. They are going to do it. Because those ones would train you both for academia and application. But if your goal is industry, you want to make money, sharp sharp, you will need to know it or not know it. You get what I'm saying? For example, personal time, my project was a personal project. But I have to prove because my papa is mathematics. And if you sit down in front of a mathematician, I have tension, I don't prove, the person will send you away. Especially our person say in Nigeria. I will not send you, I was not saying it. So for that, you need in-depth knowledge. Because you have to be differentiating second derivative and things like that. But I don't know, that's why I asked that what is the expectation? Yeah, they are not taking in-depth mathematics. No, that's not what we do. We are here for you to really out and apply ML. Apply ML and know that if I see this problem, I can ML back it. Another thing that it's not all problems that ML can back it. It's not anything that it's not a basic something. ML. No. As I was saying, that there are some things that exploring data exploration is enough for you to answer. You don't need to do any models or anything. Data exploration is enough. So before we are here to do now, know the types of things. When you see this level, okay, this is supervised. Okay, this is classification. How do I go about it? How do I solve it? Which model to apply on? Which when I tell you models, which one works best? That's what you are doing. But to do these things, you need to have basic knowledge of this is written here. Linear algebra, probability, statistics, calculus, algorithms, and complex optimization. But don't be scared. Complex optimization, we are basically optimizing that one. What is optimization? What is optimizing? What we want to optimize? What are we going to achieve? Eh?
To like miss but to use something to the fullest.
Fullest. I'm not using anything fullest. So what I'm promising your answer. Please don't. Not that I will talk now. What we are optimizing, we want to improve our results. That's what it is. That's what it is. We want to improve, I want to make it faster. Not just improving the results, trying to make it go faster. Well, as you expect to say, you want to know the opportunities. Don't worry. You will get there. If you want to. I don't want to go into something, but I want to. So let's discuss. What do you have in mind? So from tomorrow, God willing, we will start with something. Then I didn't want us to do as well. So if we go as planned, in the morning for the first set, we will do those sampling and we'll start answering. You understand? We'll do something. What is the curriculum? What is the next after something? I'm not checking. Yes, yes. I think some of us compose it. Because I know some of you really want to code, still that code is challenging. But to be honest, you need to know what you are coding, honestly, because you cannot just start coding. It's out of the equation. You need to know what you want to achieve. So God willing, we will start starting the execution and we'll get to using both starting techniques and hands-on coding. Well, we did this to hands-on coding today. Yes or no? Yes. Because that's part of what we need to get our hands dirty as a usually say. So if you have anything in your mind, please let me know. And both of them they are together. Yes. That's what what are they? Is this something that is done? They define our conflict first. They define mean, region, and rest.
So I like really go to that today.
No, 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 I'm not doing it.
Because so want to like back up. I feel like I'm doing I feel like
Okay, I think that we should pick something. But then let me see.
you can just feel like this and back out with this situation, the constitution,
Actually, in the view too, it was not considered that it's not necessarily to finish the curriculum. I will just have to make sure that the message we are passing gets there is impact. That's it. Okay. It's cool. That's not my notice. Okay. 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 So we have a plan to move a bit faster. We will check both the sampling techniques. Everything is on the PDF. It's just words. It's explanations basically. Sampling techniques, types of statistics and probability. It's about 10, 11 pages. We'll check up on it. Then we'll discuss for about 15, 30 minutes and you can ask questions. And hopefully we'll run a Slido quiz too to see how well we've gotten it. Then we will touch the intro to Python. We'll touch it a bit too, God willing, tomorrow. Then we'll move to data wrangling and exploration, where we'll start coding properly, God willing. So if you have any suggestion how we can move faster or how we can move slower with more impact, or you have any question, please let me know. Let me check slide. Oh, someone has a question here. With the codes we have written, what's the outcome? What are we trying to achieve? We do not have a problem yet now. We are just, please stop laughing. There is no, I did not laugh now. See, the way we assimilate is different. So we don't need to laugh. There is no problem yet. What we've just done is to introduce the Jupyter notebook interface and run basic commands. There is no problem yet. So we are not trying to achieve anything yet for now. Probably tomorrow we'll define problem statements and solve them. This question is on Slido. The people on Slido say ask, or you don't want typing it on Slido, you don't want people to know. It's all good. So far you ask questions. So questions. Messages. Questions, suggestions. Come. I don't know anybody name here. That's bad. I'm sorry. Only if you want to start doing. So questions are how to do the first. Resentment. Questions, suggestions, what you don't like. Don't tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. I'm not interested in that. So yeah.
Are you bored?
The push is
You look bored. Everybody like
actually, I've realized that when I run quizzes, the classes there's usually more vibe. And when you notice when we started coding now, people are asking,
you just try to
this one is
focus
not
in
one,
material.
this is
Sometimes
not
all this
one.
your class is very
But the thing is that I cannot just come here and start coding. It doesn't make sense. It just does not. No one does that actually. You have to know what we are trying to achieve. But don't worry. There are a lot of if you go through those notebooks, apart from the one in the note, one is because hopefully we'll be able to cover a good amount of it before Friday. That reminds me. This I was told by for DSN that we will need to do an hackathon on Friday. What is an hackathon? Competition passive. It's basically we'll give a problem, most likely people. We'll give a problem. I don't know whether I should give it out of this. I'm not saying that. Then we'll try to solve it and see how they work. So we are trying to do the ML life cycle, except for production, except for deployment. So defining problem, gathering data, cleaning and exploration, and modeling. Then submitting reports. Yes, we have to try to, because I noticed that when you try to do something, you get you understand it. You understand it. And in fact, it's what the data science we always try to do. When we have students like this, we always try to. It might not be elaborate per se, but at least you will complete that cycle from getting data to, apart from model deployment. I can even show you model deployment. If there's a simple model deployment where we would our model will put it in a web what's it called, in a web interface where you can see how your model is. Hopefully we will be able to do that, but if not, can I use any basic laptop for data science? Another question. This question is somehow. People are wicked in this class. So you never let the guy laugh. Well. I was not the one that developed the beta notebook, but let me tell you the truth. I don't know how to. I don't see if even if you do not have a computer that is just use Google Colab or use Jupyter Notebook online.
You can run Google Colab or Jupyter Notebook on your phone.
You can even run it on your phone. So because naturally, if I were to answer that question, I would say if you do not want to frustrate yourself, you should get laptop of at least say 4 8 gig RAM.
Four cannot work.
Imagine.
4 cannot work because when I was my laptop then was 4 gig RAM.
Because
Just
when
with
you
the time I'm running to
because let me tell you this, these models they are doing a lot of calculations on it. A lot. So it uses a lot of CPU power. So even because I know there is the money factor because laptops are expensive. So don't worry, anything you have is enough. Now,
at least for a start, then when you are getting
if your PC is having use Google Colab or use Jupyter Notebook online, those ones they are cloud resources, but even there is a GPU and CPU themselves.
Even Google Colab has a limit. Colab it has a limit.
Limit per
Like for when you are running notebooks, like the space that
for your man for time I mean.
No, it's carbon that has time limit. It's only I think CPU limit.
Yeah, definitely have now. Definitely. In fact, if you now overload CPU, it's a big now.
Because one time I was running one day.
What is the function of kernel on the notebook interface? Kernel. I can't remember. Let me check.
Just like start and stop your
Okay.
If you are like
So you
and taking too much time, you can just interrupt.
So I skip that. Kernel, what kernel does is kernel is just your runtime. Abi? Yes. Kernel is your runtime. Like when you are working now, as you are running your code, you started a kernel already. So when you stop when you terminate the kernel, you're ahead. This I remember. Say for example now, I define a variable. Probably I name it void, I go to buy it also shop. Immediately I run it, that vehicle boy is stored. So I can call boy anywhere I like again. Because it is safe what in the kernel or runtime. The kernel will call kernel runtime. So when I interrupt the kernel related, all my variables are lose it. And with everything I've been running since it's done. When you close your Jupyter notebook, the kernel was automatically closed. You get, and there are times when probably you make a mistake, you overload your CPU. Probably you run an infinite loop that keeps running. You can just cut the kernel. You can when you start stop running, then you can start again and get where the problem is. I hope I answered that question. Any other question? Just 5-10 minutes left. Since people are few, will we be learning how to use GitHub? And Kaggle here, please.
Yes.
Yes. God willing, we will do Kaggle. Our hackathon will be on Kaggle. It will be a Kaggle competition. GitHub, no. Hey, what do you feel? No using this. I know something assignment to me now. If you want GitHub, I'll probably just show you, but not with the interface. Because use GitHub desktop. GitHub desktop has been like easy. Who knows what GitHub is here? GitHub. So some of you yourself, you can come and teach me all this now. So any other thing? I think we can. So please, it will be best. It will be best if anyone can be here before 10. I too, God willing, I will be here before 10. In fact, I might be here by past 9, God willing. So the time, because I realized today, it started around 10:20. That is, it is not good enough, honestly. It is not good because that 20 minutes is something. If we sit down with 30 minutes and start closing now, people will enjoy yourself. Start laughing. So any other thing? Anything. Let me test it one more time. Since people prefer sliding. You don't want people to laugh at you. Actually, there is nothing like a bad question. There's only bad answers. If you don't know something. So, um, 3 hours, 15 minutes. Wow. I don't know. I think it's Mr. Gamila that will know that. I don't know. I don't know. Any other thing? Any other thing? Great. So, can we stop here? Can we stop? People are just looking now. So God will know. Wait by 10 tomorrow. Take care, guys. Huh? Do I have a setup? Yes. No. You have to set up.
The thing is, the product key, that's what they are requesting from me.
Are you copy desktop?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, isn't tablet.
Or are you a student?
you have the same meal.
If you have a student mail, you can get a blue
If
free.
you're student,
You
you're
can get a
not
blue
a
premium
student
free
mail.
with your student mail.
Okay.
But you don't have.
What's on here?
Yeah.
Then I don't public work.
Man, you can jump public public.
I don't think they've got difference. You don't have to like, you have to save from tapping from you don't have to go to the website to like save your file on your laptop. That's just that.
Yeah. How was the statement? Did it work?
It worked. Good. But you know, because of the dependency, a lot of people have dropped only for it.
But please just save the response.
It's not to be a replay. It's not to be a replay.
No, it's available.
Okay, the pay is available.
Yes, as in the streams.
Yes.
All the 3 hours.
You know your topics.